Basically, my background. I'm 22, currently a college student. Used to be a marketer. Dated a lot of girls. Currently, what I would consider maybe a steady relationship, somewhat serious. That's about it. Majoring for business, so, and also a computer expert. Well, somewhat of a geek. That's my hobby on the side.
Let me ask you a question. Why do men keep secrets from women?
I don't know. To me, it's just a lot of stuff that I don't want to tell my girl. It just, there's a thing where it's just private thoughts. It's, what guys need to know, and then there's what girls need to know. So a lot of times I'll restrict myself from telling girls, just, everything I want to tell them, but they don't need to know, they don't need to know some stuff.
Now, of course, I'm trying to dig deeper. Like, what type of stuff? When you say that, you say there's stuff, exactly like what type of stuff you wouldn't say? Well,
I have a lot of experience with when it comes to chicks. Let's say you meet a girl, for example. You just met her, and, she's like a nice girl, or, I don't know, a slut. Can I say those words?
Yeah, you can say.
Well, I mean, usually you can tell, how a girl is, what, is she into sex or whatnot, the way you meet her. But the thing is, when I meet a girl, and we get down, and we're having sex, and, either during or after, what they tell me is usually, I don't do this with every guy, this and that. Usually in my head, I just want to, yell out and be like, you know what, you need to shut up, because don't tell me like I'm this special guy that you just walked in on, and you decided to give yourself to, like 2-3 days later, 3 hours later, or a week later, because I'm not going to believe you. We don't believe that. We're going to say that we believe it, but, there's just negative comments in my head about that.
Right.
I mean, that's one thing. Even if they look bad, you're going to tell them they look good, because, that's what they're asking for. You don't want to tell them they, look ugly, or, few stuff like that.
So are you saying that there's sometimes that you just really want something and you would just say something to get something? Or you just say it to, pass time, make her feel good, like what?
Yeah, I don't want to sit there and listen about, recently my girl was telling me about the phone, oh, I got a phone, it's so cool, it does this, it does that, I done my nails, I'll show interest, I'll go back, oh, how much do they cost, what color, I'll even go as far as, send me a picture so I see the damn nails. But the thing is,
like, so what would bother you the most about women? Are you saying basically like, sometime when they're talking, it's like you're really not concerned, but you're just tolerating it?
Well, yeah, I mean, it just, for me, I'm an educated guy, with a girl that I'm trying to get into, college or whatnot, and she says a lot of stuff that just, stupid. I hate to call her stupid. I don't really call her stupid, but in my head, I'm trashing her because we'll talk about something, or she'll try to, give me some logic, some stats, and it just bugs the living daylights out of me because, it's like, just be quiet. You don't know what he's talking about.
So tell me, what attracts you about women?
I believe that comes in stages. As a guy grows up. When I was in high school, all I was interested in was, good looks, good body, good time. But now, at this day and age, really, I'm more interested about brains. A girl, how she carries herself. Now, and I'm not saying, be ugly or whatnot. I mean, smell good or whatnot, look good, dress good, but be smart. For most of all, be smart, because I'm gonna have to spend my life with you if I'm looking to get married to you, which at some point you gotta find, the compatible mate. You can't go out drink all the time, and I want a girl who's gonna be able to put me first. That's not gonna put her friends or family before me, because I respect that. That's all good, but you and I are gonna be in the bedroom, not you, me, your sisters, etc.
Right.
The thing, I have a problem with that. That's a huge problem with me when, right now I'm in a serious relationship, and what happened is, I would get put the last. I mean, her sister comes in. Let me tell you the short story. It was a Saturday, and I guess, her teenage sister was, my girl asked to come, if her sister can actually come with us, and I'm like, fine, whatever. Her sister comes in. She goes, hi guys, what are you doing? I'm like, so how come you're not going with your friends? She goes, well, I didn't want to be third wheel, you know. They all have dates and I don't. I'm sitting there, like, but you don't have a problem with that, but you know, you have a problem being a third wheel for me, you know?
Right. I understand.
And my girl just doesn't know how to, you know, be like, stay home. You know, I want to go with my guy. I want a girl who's going to put me first. That's number one thing. And, of course, you're looking for honesty. You know, the thing about, the chick, I mean, girls don't know that we know that they lie. You know, we all went through this, and, when they try to tell you stupid stuff, it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you can usually read them. I'll tell you another story, which is, you want me to tell you a story about, you know, just example of honesty, what I look for?
Yeah.
Well, I dated a girl, actually, I don't know, I was studying for an exam, so I couldn't hang out on Friday, and she goes, oh, that's fine, you know, I'll just stay home. You know, I didn't really trust her, but she's like, okay, you know, whatever. I'm like, you know, go out if you want. And, you know, during the course of the night, she's like, okay, you know, fine, I'll go out. She goes out with her friends. I don't know, it was like 11. And I hit her up at 11. I'm like, okay, I'm done with homework. You know, do you want to come and we can go hang out? She goes, oh, I'm sorry, I can't. You know, I'm so far in the city, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, fine, whatever. You know, I'll just see you tomorrow. And, you know, I see her the next day, and, you know, she was showing me some pictures on the phone. And there's one of, you know, beer cans or whatnot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, when did you take that? You know, what were you drinking? It's like, oh, you know, it was a long time ago, this and that. So guess what I did? You know, I looked at the, you know, because you can tell when the picture was taken.
Mm-hmm.
And she was getting hammered, you know, the day before on the time that she was telling me that she couldn't come. So it's like, come on. You know, even things, you know, I didn't really care, but it's like, come on. If I can't trust you for something as stupid as that, what makes you think I want to trust you at all?
Right.
I don't know. But just honesty, you know, overall, just be honest and, you know, be sane. Don't be, you know, 29, 30 years old and, you know, like, oh, I want a serious relationship and go out and party with your friends, because I'm not going to put up with that.
Wow.
It's like I'm too, you know, sometimes.
I hear you. What would be the ideal woman for you? Like, what does she have to have?
Ideal? Well, you know, be normal, dress casual. I mean, you know, be smart with money for one. You know, understand, you know, going out buying a few nice things, but if you're all about, you know, these brands, I don't know what's, like Hollister and all this stuff, I mean, you know, fine, I'll buy something for you, but I'm not going to spend every damn buck that I have on you. And then be able to cook. That's one thing. I'm not going to eat frozen food for the rest of my life, you know, if we're going to get married.
Right.
I mean, come on. It's like, you need to know how to cook too. It's like, no, I don't. You're a woman, you know. Do what you're supposed to do. And, I don't know, you know, sex every day. Because, the thing is, you know, guys want sex every day from, at least I do. I mean, the thing is, you know, don't give me I'm tired or any of that. You know, if you do, that would just be stupid. Because in my mind, I'll think you're getting it somewhere else. Be smart. You know, be able to take care of your kids. I guess some family relationships, but, you know, be nice to others, be nice to my friends. I don't know. You know, stuff like that. I guess it's just, that's kind of mainstream, you know, what everybody's looking for, but...
What does she have to know how to do very well to please you?
Well, first off, you know, be able to give head, because, you know, I'm not, you know, I'll eat out the kitty, but, you know, come back and pay back the favor or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I don't know, man, I had this with one chick, is, you know, we're doing it, and she's just laying there, crying out loud. I mean, no emotion or nothing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at her, it's like, wow, come on, show me something. I don't know, you know, be kinky. You know, kiss me all over, or like, you know, nibble on my ear or something like that. Make it exciting, you know. I'm sick of the, you know, we just get in and do it. Like, you know, that's good, I like that, but, you know, take it to another level. I mean, you romantic back, you know, I'm not going to be the one who's going to light the candles all the time. You know, freaking dress sexy. You know, I love the glasses and the glasses look.
Mm-hmm.
And, the hair put up. Damn, turn on. But I guess it'll be in the bedroom. It's a two-way street because if you want me to be romantic, put flowers and stuff like that, it wouldn't kill you to do it back.
Definitely.
It's not something we tell them, but I don't know.
So well, that's what stuff like this is for. With the whole men have secrets and women have secrets, because there's a lot of communication that is not being communicated, or a lot of things that could be communicated that's not being said. And even as I interview women, I'm hearing certain things where they sometimes don't say nothing, and they're expecting men to take the initiative.
That's the thing. I just had an argument with my girl. Sorry to cut you, but the thing is, she walks out of my car, and I leave. I'm like, you're gonna walk out, I'm gonna leave. And she broke up with me. It was when, we get back later. I pick her up like in an hour. And she tells me, well, you're supposed to come after me, this and that. I'm like, you specifically told me like 6 times to leave you alone. And I even tried to follow you. You were crying out. You punched me. Told me to leave. I'm not. What am I supposed to do? All that. She's like, well, you're supposed to know better. How am I supposed to know better when you're swinging at my head? With your fists. So I don't know. I'd rather be told. It's like, come on, just tell me. What do you want? Oh, I want you to. You never do anything for me. What do you want? And they freeze up. They never tell you what they want. I think it's just a weapon. Like they get into this mode and they'll be like, okay, I'm not happy. It's like, why are you not happy? And they're kind of bringing. I don't know. They're frozen. They don't know what to say.
What would make you cheat on a girl?
Number one thing, and that has, it's the sex. Because first off, when I meet a girl, whatever, we can do it within 3 hours a day or whatnot, But I'm really not going to stay with you. Now, the girls that I've been with, and they won't give it up. I respect that, and that's something we all really want, even though we don't want it, because it kind of gives you the thing. It's like, okay, this girl can be, she doesn't do with everybody she meets. So there's a certain, but what some girls don't know is there's a certain line that, for example, this one girl. Okay, I can wait maybe 2 months max, but you know what? If you don't start giving up 2 months, that's where the masturbation kind of just dies. And I'm still gonna stay with you, but I'm gonna cheat. And that's usually what happens is, the main thing is sex. If you're not gonna give it up, or if you don't give it up enough times, or if there's no, if there's no like attachment to it, guys will usually cheat. And we always do. So don't play the virgin card or a good girl for too long. Sometimes it's acceptable, but really there's a limitation to everything,
Now, do you resent a girl that holds out too long? Like,
it's a 50-50. The ones that did, I resented because, the thing is, first off, I like it because, you're holding out, you're a good girl, whatever, but then later it becomes to, I start getting this images like, what, I'm not good enough for you? Especially if the girl's not virgin,
Mm-hmm.
I'll think, what, if I'm not good enough for you to have sex with me, or, you don't see yourself with me in the long run, in the future? Is that why? You don't trust me? Like, what do you think, I'm going to leave you like every other guy? You kind of start creating these thoughts in your head,
mm-hmm.
and you start resenting the girl because, especially if she's telling you that she loves you, and then she's not giving it up, man, that's a big negative, because you're like, okay, does she really love me? Because, sex is part of love. God wouldn't give us, these items if he didn't want us to use it. We're driven by a certain nature. We're attracted, chemically or whatnot. When we see somebody compatible or whatnot, so we want to do it. I know she wants to do it too. So then I'm gonna start. Are you cheating on me? Where are you getting it? Because you start popping all these questions in your head, and you just kind of. That's where you start hating the girl, and that's where the cheating comes in.
Mm-hmm.
You don't feel the connection. You really start losing connection because face it, I mean, sex is a big part of what we do, and if we don't do it, it shows a certain level of trust. Let's just say that.
How important is a girl's smell to you?
Important. I mean, not too much on the smell because it depends on the guy. It depends what kind of the smell you have. For example, with me, I mean, for me, I don't know. I can't really smell that great, so unless I'm really close to unless I'm smelling all over her. But for one, smell good at least. Take baths. Second, I'm more about breath. I can't kiss. I had things where you're going for a kiss and she's talking and you're maybe a few inches from her face and you can smell that and you're just like, you want some gum? I try not to offer the gum. I try not to, I'm not gonna tell her, girl, you gotta wash your teeth. Instead, what I do, I play stupid and I'll take the gum. I'll be like, hey, you want to split it or something because I don't do the whole gum or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I guess just in that part, but girls should smell nice because, I don't know. You get that image and I don't know. Yeah, smell good, clean. Let's shower together. Let's do that. If that's a problem, come over to my house.
But
sure. Well, I can tell you like a few things. I don't know. Just kind of, like from personal perspective. I don't know if it kind of jumps off the. Like for one thing, I mean, I don't know. I talked to a few of my buddies and we just kind of joke about this, but the thing when we hang out with a girl and we go out with a girl, and this is an important thing for me because if I'm hanging out with a girl on a date and let's not have sex right away because if I have sex with you right away and you make me bust or whatever, I'm gonna leave. I don't want to be there anymore. I lose interest. It's like power off, like what am I, I start getting these questions like, what the freak am I doing here? I just want to leave. So if I was to tell to a girl, it's like, if you're going to do your guy, do him at the end of the night, when you two are about to not see each other, about to leave or whatnot, because he's going to be more interested, more playful, more around you because once I clear that, that's my checklist. Your feelings, your emotions, what you did for your day doesn't really matter to me. And, I won't be as responsive and that usually leads to a fight because, you're not interested because our minds are so interested and we can repeat every single word that you say before we're about to do it because we know that ultimately that's going to lead to, a reward. So, in a way, I guess that,
let me ask you, do you think women hold out longer because they know that?
I don't think they know that, but some do. I mean, some to master the secret, you can tell because they won't do it before, but, a lot of times, just, I don't know. Some do. I mean, it's something I would ask a girl, but if they're smart enough to figure that out, they can get a lot out of us. I'm more willing to do stuff, freaking, I don't know, go for a walk or watch the sunset if I know when the sunset goes down that something's going to happen in my favor. I mean, I really don't want to listen to her talk, and nobody does. We're really not that interested. Because our definition of fun and what they find interesting is completely different. And just no need to hide it. It's just we never tell them, even though they know it. But yeah. I guess this another thing is, the girls, one thing is, when you have a chick tell you, it's like, I only had sex one time or two times. It's kind of funny because we never believe them. I believe you, but I don't believe you because at the moment you're doing it, you can tell where she's been. I mean, but you're not going to tell her that. It's like, guess what? You're loose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, imagine what that would have, what consequences that would bear. But I don't know. That's something I noticed with a few girls. they'll put on an act, but you can tell me whatever you want, but let me find out on my own.
So you're basically expecting them to be tight.
Well, yeah. I mean, isn't every guy? I mean, would you want a girl who's it depends on the girl too. I mean, on the size of a guy, because some guys will have a harder time. So you have your average, and then you have monsters. But if you're on the average, and then the girl is, like a suction hole, what is it to you? Like I said, sex is important, and if you're not getting anything out of it, then you're stuck and you find somebody else. But I don't know. I guess maybe you should have a free trial, before you actually commit into a relationship or something. So let's find out how you are. But that's where the giving up easy and giving up later comes into effect. It's how we judge them. I mean, we judge girls on their actions. We judge on how they do it, and we judge them really on how who they hang out with. But I don't know. They, one thing that pisses me off with women, especially, is if you break up, with a female, and you'll go out. She's usually gonna tell you, guys move on too fast. This is the number one myth. Guys move on too fast. I mean, that's just some crap. Sorry to say that, but it's crap because, guys, especially if you've been in love, I've seen more guys heartbroken, and kind of secluded than chicks. I mean, not all cases, but you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll get a guy, and the moment you get a girl, they're fired on you, being, oh, yeah, you got a girl, this and that. You just went out and F my friend. What the freak are you talking about? Well, there's one more thing that if you're gonna write about it, the most essential thing that every chick that should know, and it's the number one thing that I don't know. I just the whole friends motto. Like I was telling you earlier, we don't have any interest in what they do, and we really don't. Unless that girl is playing, let's say Modern Warfare with me, I'm not gonna find it really fun, Let's say I don't know if you played games a few times, but it's just, we take interest in different stuff. But then you have I date a few girls where they told me, oh, this is my friend, he's been friends with me for 3 years, he really listens to me, this and that. And of course I get with the girl, I know what he wants, because I'm gonna be like, you need to stop talking to that guy, and especially if you find him, as a competition. Right. It's like, you better stop talking to him. And she goes, wow, he's my friend. Nothing ever happened between us. He never even tried nothing. It's like, girl, of course he's not going to try nothing. You know why? Because he's waiting for you to try it. He's waiting for you to make that initial move, because trust me, if you do, he's going to go for it. He's not going to reject it. And there's no such thing as a fine chick being friends with a guy, because every single guy friend that they have is that every single dude that wants to, get in is waiting for their turn. Basically, they take a ticket, and, they're sharing their feelings, emotions, and all this. That's basically what that is. And then when you see a guy friends with, with a obese chick, or what you consider ugly, depends what they consider ugly. You see, they're more experienced fishers, because I consider it as fishing. I'm going to be friends with this ugly chick because every hot chick has a ugly girl, ugly friend to make her look pretty when she goes into the mall. And see, we know that. We caught on to that. So basically, we're friends with these chicks to get to their friends. They're basically, a bonus, because they tell them how nice we are, what nice things we do, or they, we'll tell them, I bought flowers for my girl, and and that's gonna go to these fine chicks, and eventually, when you're single and when she's single, you're gonna be in good position to move in, as long as you keep, of course, her friend happy or whatnot. But I mean, we fish. We don't. The thing is, I'm not going to have a serious relationship and have you talk to 3-4 guys, because that's just a no. Because I know what their intentions are, and unless he's related to you by blood or something else, you got to give that up, because I'm not going to sit there with you while, he's sitting there pretending to be a BFF, because I know what's going through his mind. Just last week, I mean, I had a few of my boys were sitting, and my friend is actually engaged to a girl, right? and he was in the kitchen, and she kind of leans over, I guess, the couch or something, like to drop. I don't know, like how did she lean? And he, he kind of hits me with the hand, and he goes like, "Damn, look at her ass," And I look at the guy. It's like, man, we've been friends with him for like 6-8 years, and you tell him, look at her ass. I would hella hit it. It's like, come on. I mean, I know it's going through your mind, but really, do you got to make that public? But I guess that's number one thing that I think all females should know. Watch out for that. But I think some of them know that, and just have us lined up for future use.